Hey everybody, Elise here, and today you're gonna see Elise review another skincare line, GoodieCo. Welcome back. I've only done one video like this before where I reviewed Glow, another oil-based cleansing system. I used that for over 3 months. If you want to see that video and my review, I'll put it up here, and then I will also put it at the end of this video so you can watch it next. We're going to talk about GoodieCo today, and GoodieCo is very similar to Glow in that it is an oil-based cleansing system. I bought this because I was being butt slammed on social media by this beautiful angel rubbing oils all over her face. Dewy and fabulous and doing this thing, you know? I was like, I want that. Social media marketing. They got me. These companies are so good at the social media in your face, you know? You start to research it and you can't find any negative reviews, and you can't find any honest reviews, and you can't find any unsponsored reviews. So that's what we're doing today. Nobody bought this for me. Nobody sent this to me. I used my own money, so my opinions are my own. So that way, if you're on the fence about whether to try Glow or whether to try GoodieCo because you're seeing it all over social media, I just want to give you as much information and opinions as possible so that maybe you can make your decision for yourself based on what I went through. I have used GoodieCo for the past 6 months, so I have a lot to say. I have a lot of opinions. So because of that, I'm gonna do my best to make this video not too long, but for your convenience, I have the timestamps for the relevant categories in the description box below this screen, the little down arrow, so you can click through the video to the relevant parts that you wanna watch if you need to. But I will do my best to not talk too much. First things first, what is GoodieCo?
GoodieCo is a small and young Australian-based company that's only been around for a little over 2 years. They use no toxins, no parabens, sulfates, phthalates, synthetic fragrance, colors, dyes, or artificial preservatives. They're vegan, cruelty-free, and they only use local Australian materials and naturally occurring essential oils. And we all know that Australians are so incredibly good-looking that I will basically do whatever they tell me to do. An 8 to 12 week supply, 1 ounce vials of the supercharged trio for oily and acne prone skin will run you $199. They also are gluten-free and palm oil or palm derivative free, which is good for the environment. Also good for the environment is their packaging. It comes in a biodegradable cardboard box. They use 98% glass and metal for their packaging, not plastics. They use paper packing when necessary and source 70% of all their materials locally in Australia. I get 12 solid weeks out of this kit, so that makes it a pretty good deal, and I reordered around the 9 to 10 week mark. This is a 3-step oil cleansing process. The first step is the cleanser. This is the mint cleansing oil, which features white kunzia, a native Australian extract that is naturally antibacterial and antimicrobial, and it balances the skin's natural oils and pH levels. The second step is the oil-based serum, Bright. It features Fregonia, which is sourced from a single origin in West Australia. Fregonia is deeply restorative, helps to break down scar tissue, and revitalizes damaged skin. The third step is the water-based serum, Dream Serum, which is my favorite part. Features Davidson plum and lily pilly, unique native Australian botanical extracts, high in vitamin C, and natural AHAs to protect and nourish the skin.
Let me tell you about my skin. I'm 36 years old. I have a 5.5-year-old daughter, so ever since I had her, my hormones are effed. I suffer from basically the same skin that I had when I was a teenager now, thanks to hormones. So I do get blackheads on my nose. I have enlarged pores right around here. I don't struggle much with fine lines. I'm very fortunate because of genetics. Thanks, Mom. You're a winner. I get large, angry, cystic hormonal zits, usually about once a month. I also have 2 random age or sunspots. I don't know which they are, both of which have faded using GoodieCo, but I'll talk about that later. And I also get random small zits, whiteheads, and I have been getting a little bit of maskne because of the pandemic. So a little bit here by my ears, a little bit on my jawline, but very small, go away quick. So those are my main concerns, mostly the big hormonal ones that get really inflamed, the kind where you like bend over to pick up a sock and you feel your pulse in them and it's horrible, it's creepy. I am also a chronic squeezer. And I'm sorry if that's triggering for anybody. You know who you are. If you like to squeeze something, if it's possible, you're gonna do it. I also have oily patches like T-zone oil and a little bit chin oil, and then I also have dry flaky patches at the same time. Very combination, very unbalanced, uneven skin tone, some redness, some splotchiness, some acne scars right here. So, you know, I got a lot going on, but none of it is very severe. So I really wanted to find a winner takes all I do everything for you kind of skincare line, and that is what GoodieCo claims to be. They just treat a lot of different issues. So let's get into their claims.
GoodieCo claims to improve the texture of your skin, making it smoother and less oily to the touch, reduces the frequency and severity of breakouts, tones, tightens, and refines pores, clears blackheads, calms inflammation, and decongests the skin, helps to repair and rejuvenate skin damaged by acne scars and hyperpigmentation, and it's 100% natural, non-toxic, and cruelty-free. Okay, so this is my first time using it. It starts with oil cleansing. It's a scientifically proven method to dissolve stale sebum and dislodge impurities without stripping the skin of its healthy oils. You use 2 to 4 drops of the oil and you rub it into your hands and you massage it into damp skin, not wet, just a little bit damp. And you want to rub it all over your face for 30 to 60 seconds. After 60 seconds is up, you want to remove all the oils. I started out the first week using a clean hand towel, but I ended up switching to a washcloth because it was obviously smaller and easier to work with. But you want to run the clean towel or washcloth under the hottest water that your faucet can make, wring it out, and then you wipe your whole face, removing all of the oil. You want to make sure you get all the oil off, and it's going to bring all the dirt and old makeup with it. Step 2 is the oil-based treatment serum, Bright, to balance and repair damaged or compromised skin. You put 1 to 2 drops of this oil into your hands, I've been using 2, and you rub it in your hands really fast to warm up the oils, and then you press it into your skin. After I press it all over, I like to just gently run my fingers all over my whole face to make sure it's evenly distributed. Then you want to let this oil soak into your skin until it's totally absorbed, so that takes about 30 to 60 seconds. If your skin still feels all oily and gross after 30 seconds, you need to go down to 1 drop. If you don't feel like you can get it spread over your entire face and it absorbs really quickly, you might want to use 2. I like to brush my teeth at this point to let it soak in before I move on to step 3. Step 3 is the water-based nutrient-enriched Dream Serum that protects, balances, repairs, and tones, and it's super hydrating. This is the one with vitamin C and AHA. It's hard to get 2 drops out of this with this consistency. It's more like 2 globs, but just do your best. And then you want to massage it all over your face until it's totally absorbed. This also has a mattifying effect, and it smells incredible, obviously, as you can tell by my face, and it works as an incredible makeup primer.
So, since I used GoodieCo for 6 months, I needed a way to show you my before and after and my progress. So I filmed my face once a week, and I made a little time lapse for you so you can see my face evolve every week. Now, before I show you this time lapse, there was a little hiccup in the middle of the experiment. I took their skin quiz on their website before I ordered. The quiz told me I should be taking the Nourishing Trio, and that is the one for dry skin. But I thought to myself, but I have acne. So I wanted to try the Supercharged Trio for acne. So that's the one I bought, and I was loving it. So then it came time to reorder. Even though I was loving it, winter was approaching. So I decided, well, you know what? It can't be that different. It's just gotta be more moisturizing, right? I'm gonna try the Nourishing Trio because the quiz told me to. It turned out to be a disaster. I had to stop using it, and then I reordered the Supercharged Trio because I'm like, I can't end the video like this on the level of uncertainty. So anyway, then I went back to the Supercharged Trio. So while I'm showing you the time lapse, I will show you where I screwed up, where I stopped, and when I started using the Supercharged Trio again. Enjoy looking at my naked face evolve over 6 months.
This was my first week after switching to the Nourishing Trio. My skin was starting to feel very tight and irritated, and I had dry, flaky patches, and I started getting rashes on my hands.
Full stop. I stopped yesterday. My skin is horrible, like giant, angry, painful zits and small pimples and dry patches of skin and flaky skin. It's worse than before I started. I also have rashes on my hands. So obviously I'm not tolerating the Nourishing Trio at all. I mean, ow. Good morning. I've been off of the oils for a whole week and new ones came in the mail. They came really fast. So this is the supercharged trio, so we're gonna do round 2. I definitely have some small pimples, clogged pores, and my skin is really dry. Yeah, my rashes are gone too, so. I hope you enjoyed my time lapse. So obviously there is something in the Nourishing Trio that does not agree with my face or my skin or my hands. So I had some sort of allergic reaction, but I'm not saying that that is the company's fault. I'm a bit of a freak. I have freaky skin. That is not their problem. Something in the Nourishing Trio didn't agree with me, so I cannot give a review on the Nourishing Trio. The Supercharged Trio for acne, however, let's analyze some side-by-sides really quick. Let's start with the pros. My skin is the perfect moisture level. I have no more dry patches. I have no more oily patches. My skin is perfectly even. My sebum level is perfectly balanced. I don't need any other products other than the 3. Like, I don't need moisturizers, I don't need toners, I don't need masks, I don't need anything. Another pro, my makeup goes on perfectly. Very smooth. I don't use primer anymore because the Dream Serum is actually an awesome mattifying makeup primer that makes my makeup go on really smooth. I have no blackheads at all. Also, there is nothing to be physically squeezed out of any pore on my face. I am physically incapable of squeezing anything out of them because they are all empty and they are all small. For a chronic squeezer, it has cured that because there's nothing to squeeze. So I'm not a chronic squeezer anymore. My hormonal acne has been reduced. Now I say reduced because it's not gone. I don't get them every month, but when I do get them, they are less severe, but I do still get them. It is streamlined and easy to use. It is 3 steps, the same, morning and night. It's not confusing. You don't have to think about what comes in what order. It's just always cleanser, oil serum, water serum. It's easy. And I never ever got tired of using these, and I never was like, ugh, I have to wash my face. I never got bored of it. It has beautiful packaging. These little squeeze bottles look nice on my vanity. It might not matter to everyone, but it might matter to some people. They also have wonderful scents without being overpowering and without using synthetic fragrances. So I appreciate that too, considering I'm allergic to synthetic fragrance and I have asthma and I don't like strong smelling things. Reduced my dark spots. So I had one on right by my eyebrow and one right here. They're still there, but they are smaller. It did reduce my scars. They're not gone, but they're reduced. And my skin heals more quickly. So if I get a small pimple or if I get a big zit, it's healed up much more quickly than it would before GoodieCo. Also, my lips are never chapped. My poor husband and my daughter are like, our lips are chapped. And I'm like, mine aren't. I'm such a bitch. Here's some Vaseline. Cons, it's a high-end price tag. $200 ain't cheap. If it works, it might be worth it. You know what I'm saying? But if it doesn't work, it's not worth it. But 200 bucks for, I got 3 months out of the kit. So, like, that price tag hits hard, but like, if it lasts 3 months, then so bad, I guess. There is limited stock. This company is small and young, and they're growing faster than they were ready for. They're still working out the kinks, you know? So when I went to reorder the first time, everything was sold out. And so they emergency made the half-ounce vials, which are only a 4 to 6 week supply. And it's a little more expensive to get those per volume. You know what I mean? Like the bigger you get, the cheaper it is, kind of thing. So they only had the half-ounce vials available, and they were sending out emails like, we're so sorry, we didn't expect you guys to love this as much. We're trying really hard to make more. But they are improving constantly, and I'll talk more about that when I talk about the customer service and the company in general in a minute. But a random con, but it's difficult to get the right amount of Dream Serum because of its consistency. Like, those two are like olive oil consistency, and this is more like You can assume why I'm laughing at the consistency. You know, kind of thick, clearish white and creamy. That's the consistency. So you can't get like a perfect olive oil drop out of it. When you buy the kit, the Dream Serum comes in this size of a bottle. So this is a 3 ounce and this is a 1 ounce. So it comes with like this with a dropper, but this gooey stuff like doesn't drop out like this, but you can't get 2 drops out. It's like 2 globs out. So I ran out of the Dream Serum before the others, and that was my favorite part, and I wanted to use more of it. So I ended up buying this during the top up weekends, and the pump is a little easier to use on this big bottle. So I kind of wish the little bottles had the pump too. It's like it did not completely cure my acne. I was still getting them, but it did improve it. But not completely. This might be important to some people, but it wasn't a big deal to me because they were all relevant to me, but they send you a lot of emails. But they were all things that I wanted to know, and they weren't spammy. It was just letting us know that this was out of stock, or oh, we're having a big sale, and I wanted to know that. If you don't want to be reached out to, you can unsubscribe, but if you are lazy like me and you don't want to hit the unsubscribe button and you just let them come, then you're gonna get a lot of emails. This one is touchy for me because all these smaller companies that advertise heavily on social media do this. The reviews are sketchy and they seem to be only overwhelmingly positive. They seem to all be influencers that were paid, you know, or gifted for free. And then when you look at their ads and you read their comments, like it says there's like 4,000 comments and you can only see 2. It's all, social media is very kind of icky, you know, as far as the advertising goes and the marketing. Also, if you do find that rare unicorn negative review, there's no replies from customer service. Nobody says anything, and you probably just caught it before it got deleted. And all the positive reviews, they write back, they're like, we're so happy that you love it. Post your before and after pics. Like they reply to the good ones, you know, so I don't love that. My last con is their customer service is not up to snuff, probably due to the pandemic and the fact that they ran out of like all of their stuff in November of 2020. So it's like there's a pandemic, there's like shipping backups because of like everyone ordering online. Like November, December, remember how none of us could get our packages? It's like they're panicking with that. They're trying to restock their supply. So I understand why their customer service was not like hitting it real hard, but it's like, I just wanted to mention it because to me that's kind of a con. That's my last con, so while we're on the subject, I want to talk about customer service. So I ordered the Nourishing Trio, which is the one for dry skin, when it was time to reorder, but because everything was sold out when I ordered, I had to get the 1/2 ounce vials, okay? The little ones. But I didn't open it yet because I was still finishing up these, okay? Then they had a Black Friday sale. So I still haven't opened up the Nourishing Trio 1/2 ounce vials, but it was Black Friday and everything was really cheap. And I was like, well, I better order my next one because it's cheaper. So it was like they got me with that. Like, oh, they're selling out and everyone panics and buys them. It's like this scarcity thing. You think it's so good and there's only this much and I need to buy it right away. It's a marketing tactic, you know? And maybe it was scarce, but it's still a marketing tactic. So I bought into it and I ordered the 1 ounce vials of the Nourishing Trio. And my skin got really bad. And I still had an unopened box of the 1 ounce vials in my cabinet. Their website says, we cannot accept returns or exchanges on used or opened products. So I reach out to my personal concierge. If you have any questions at any time, reach out to me. I'm happy to help. I'm your personal concierge. Told her the story. I'm like, oh my God, I had a bad reaction. I'm covered in rashes and my acne is horrible. I need to go back to the Supercharged Trio. But I have this unopened box, brand new box, seal's not broken or anything. Can I just exchange it? She was like, no, sorry. You could try selling it on Facebook Marketplace. Bye-bye. And I was like, what? I didn't want my money back. I wanted an exchange. So I got a little Karen-y, got a little worked up about, well, your website says. So I wrote her back and I was like, I mean, maybe you misunderstood me, but the box isn't even opened yet. I just want to swap it. I'll even pay the shipping to send it back to you to get the other one. And she just didn't respond. So that kind of like put a bad taste in my mouth. And then I reached out to the regular customer service email and nobody responded. And then I reached out to them on Facebook and Instagram and nobody responded. So take that information and do what you want with it. I thought it was worth mentioning that was my experience. I did end up selling it online, but still, I didn't get full price for it. Almost, but. So now honorable mentions that I couldn't figure out if I wanted to put them on pros or cons. Their production has ramped up. and their top-up weekends are becoming more frequent. And now, since I mentioned the top-up weekends, let me tell you what that is. You get emails, they tell you when a top-up weekend is coming, and you can go on and get your whole set at a reduced price and free shipping, and then specialty items like lip things and eye things, one of which is this 3-ounce vial of Dream Serum. They also have come out saying that they are starting a rewards program, which I signed up for. Kind of like a punch card for your coffee, you know, the more you spend, then you buy this many kits and you get one free kind of thing. So that's really nice. I like it when a company rewards existing customers. They are also now starting a subscription service, which is kind of a big deal. The moment of truth, what is my verdict? You might be surprised at what my verdict is. I don't think this is it. If you look at my first photo and my last photo, I don't see visibly that huge of a difference. Like, I still had acne, but I just don't think they have that acne prevention for my skin that's like, this is it. And that sucks because this stuff makes my skin feel amazing. Like, the skin around my acne feels really smooth.
I never realized how smooth the skin between your acne is.
But that's not quite good enough for me for 200 bucks. I feel like all of the improvements are tactile. It also didn't help terribly with like maskne, and I still got random small pimples, so I don't feel like it has the really strong acne prevention that I'm looking for. But it's really good at everything else. There's a lot of pros, but I don't think I'm gonna reorder. I'm just looking for that one line that's gonna give me everything I need, and I don't feel like this gave me everything, but it's so close. Now again, this is just my experience, and I honestly feel that this is some good shit. This is a tough review for me because there were days where I'm like, this is the perfect stuff and I have to keep ordering. And then there were days where I'd get like a bunch of zits and I'd be like, well, screw this stuff. So it was a bit of a roller coaster for me these past 6 months, and my results were not consistent, and I don't think this is the holy grail, but if you have everything I have except for the acne, you might want to try it if you got money burn a hole in your pocket, which none of us do right now. I mostly made this video not to convince anyone to buy it or not buy it, but for people like me that were scouring the internet for more information and couldn't find it. Let me know in the comments if I did that for you. I would love to hear it. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. It's super helpful for YouTubers when you give them a thumbs up if you like it, because it makes us come up higher up on the search list. And if you liked me and you want to see more, subscribe. I'd love to have you join my little struggle bus where I struggle through life. Try not to run over anybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, tell me your favorite podcast. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.